Good morning. Myself is Lokesh BM, Selection Gate Lecturer, DSAG Government Polytechnic, Chikmagalur. In the previous classes, you learned about servicemen's. Today, in this session, we are going to discuss about interior wiring. Interior wiring is the wiring inside the house. The cable runs from meter board to the different load points in the different places of a house. So that we call it as interior wiring. There are so many types of interior wiring. One is cleat wiring. Second one is batten wiring. Third one is casing and capping wiring. Fourth is conduit wiring system. So in the conduit wiring system, again it is classified into two types. One is surface conduit system and the other is concealed conduit wiring system. So let us discuss about the first one, cleat wiring. VIR or PVC wires are drawn in the grooves of the porcelain cleat, which is fixed by screwing the porcelain cleats on the wall. The distance between cleats is to be about 600 mm or 60 centimeter. It is a temporary wiring system. It is easier to assemble and disassemble. So this wiring system is a temporary. It is used in the constructing house for temporary connection or a small function. So in the diagram, you can see the cleat wiring system. So this one is the cleat and this is also a cleat. So the cables, these are the cables, VIR or PVC cables can be used here. These cables runs through the uh, grooves made in the cleats. The advantage of this, it is very easy to assemble and disassemble, easy to identify the faults because cables are open, and cost of this is less compared to the other wiring systems, other type of wiring systems. So let us move to other wiring system. Second one, CTS or TRS wiring system. It can be called as batten wiring system because wooden batten is used to fix the cables. So here in this wiring system, cap tire sheet or tough rubber sheet, they are called CTS or TRS cables. So these cables runs on well seasoned and straight teakwood batten. The thickness of the batten is about 10 mm. The cables are fixed on the wooden batten by means of tinned brass clips of suitable size depending upon the number of cables to be run, and the space between the two link clips is about 10 centimeter. In the vertical run, and for horizontal run it is about 15 centimeter. Sorry, for horizontal run it is 10 centimeter and for the vertical run, it is about 15 centimeter. So this system we are not using nowadays. It is a outdated system, and the premises or the wall looks awkward if we choose this system. The the advantage of this is the cables are open, so you can easily identify the faults here. We can repair it easily. The cost of this wiring is more than pleat wiring because of wooden batten. Next, we will move to casing and capping wiring system. The cable used here may be either VIR or PVC cables. The cables are carried through the wooden or PVC casing capping. So in the diagram, you can see the PVC casing capping. So it has two parts. This one is the casing and capping. This is the distribution board. From here, the lighting circuit as well as heating circuit cables runs to different places of a house. So from here, the casing and capping is fixed on the wall. So initially, casing should be fixed to the wall, and then cable has to be inserted in the casing, and it will be covered by the capping. Again, the width of the casing and capping depends on number of cables to be drawn. The earlier days we were using wooden casing and capping. Nowadays, teakwood is replaced by PVC casing and capping system. The If you choose this wiring system, the appearance on the wall looks good, and the this system is used where the extension of wiring is required in the existing system, and it is easy to identify the faults, and it can be repaired easily in the casing and capping system. This is the cheapest wiring system compared to the conduit wiring system. So now let us move to wooden casing and capping. So this is the in the diagram you can see wooden casing and capping. This is the casing and capping you can see here. In this diagram, this is the casing and this one is the capping. The cables are shown here inside the casing. This we are not using in nowadays. Now we'll discuss about conduit wiring system. It has two types. One is surface conduit system, and the second one is concealed conduit wiring system. Now in the picture you can see the surface conduit wiring system. These conduits may be fixed on the wall or on the ceiling. You can see the pipes on the finished wall. So it is preferred on the It is this wiring system is preferred in the finished house. After plastering, this these cables can be fixed on the walls. These are the PVC pipes fixed on the wall. So when there is a turning, these two pipes are joined with the help of PVC bend. So bends are shown here, and it comes to the switchboard. From there, the cable runs through the pipe to the ceiling. Maybe it is a light point or fan point. So you can see the pipes on the wall here. That is why the wall surface looks awkward. So this is the disadvantage of surface conduit wiring system. The premises or the wall looks awkward, and these pipes are fixed with the help of metal. um, Here the cost of wiring is more compared to all other previous wiring systems, and you can easily identify the faults here also because the pipes are open. Yeah, you can check the any faults in the junction boxes. Next we will move to conduit concealed conduit wiring system. In this you can see the wiring piping has been done on the wall which is not plastered. So when wall is constructed with the help of bricks, before plastering of the wall, the pipes, the grooves are made on the wall. You can see the grooves here. The grooves are made. They are cut on the wall like this. So in that grooves, the pipes are fixed here. PVC pipes are fixed in the grooves. So wherever the switchboards are required, so you can fix the switchboards. Here is a junction box. Here is also a junction box. So cable jointing, looping, tapping can be done here. From this point, it runs to load point. So when PV pipes are fixed in the grooves, then it will be plastered. The wall will be plastered, and then cable is drawn in the pipes with the help of GI wire or fish wire. With the help of fish wire, we can draw the PVC cables inside the pipe. And this is the better wiring system among all other because we cannot see the pipes on the wall. So the wall or premises looks very nice. Appearance becomes very good, and The cost of wiring. The cost of wiring is more compared to all other wiring systems. So concealed conduit wiring system cost becomes more compared to all other wiring system. Generally, we use this wiring system in the RCC building. It is most popular, beautiful, strong, and common electrical wiring system. The disadvantage of this is somewhat difficult to identify the faults and repair. So it requires skilled labor to identify the faults. So this is about different wiring systems. ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಯ್ನಾಗಿ 4 ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ: ಕ್ಲೀಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್, ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್, ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್. ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ: ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಕ್ಲೀಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್. ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಬಲ್ನ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮನೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಈ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 2 ಕ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದು. ಏನಾದರೂ ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಪೇರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು CTS ಆರ್ TRS ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವುಡನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ವೈರಿಂಗನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವುಡನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟನ್ನ ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವುಡನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟನ್ಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸನ್ನು ಫಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಕೇಬಲ್ನ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸಿಂದ ಟೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಔಟ್ಡೇಟೆಡ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ವುಡನ್ ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲ್ಡನ್ ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು PVC ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೂ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್, ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿದೋಗಿದೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಇದು ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ MCBಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇದು ವುಡನ್ ಕೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಇವಾಗ ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದು. ನಿಮಗೆ PVC ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮನೆ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ, ವೈಟ್ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನು PVC ಪೈಪ್ಸನ್ನು ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಈಸಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗಿಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಸೈಜ್, PVC ಪೈಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಬಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು ವೈರ್ಸ್ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೈಜ್ ಪೈಪನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ಆ ಸೈಜ್ ಪೈಪನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಳಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಅಕ್ಸರೀಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪೈಪ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಪೈಪನ್ನು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಕೇಬಲ್ನ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ. ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಥರದ್ದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಡ್ಯೂಟ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದು. ಆರ್ ಸಿ ಸಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಗೋಡೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಗೋಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೈಪನ್ನು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಪೈಪ್ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂವ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೈಪನ್ನು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕೇಬಲ್ನ ಆ ಪೈಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಶ್ ವೈರ್. ಸೊ GI ವೈರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಶ್ ವೈರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಬಲ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು to select the different type of wiring system, following are the factors we have to consider. So they are durability, safety, appearance, cost, accessibility, mechanical safety, maintenance cost. So the one by one we will discuss. The type of wiring selected should conform to standard specifications so that it is durable. It should not be affected by the weather conditions, fumes, chemicals, like that. If the cables are open, they may be affected by the weather conditions. That means sun rays, rain. And in the chemical industry, these cables insulation will be reacted with the chemicals. It may destroy the insulation. So the selection of wiring system depends on the place where we are using and weather conditions, whether it is inside the building or outside the building, like that. So second point is safety. So all safety precautions should be taken to make the wiring. That means this wiring should provide safety to the operators. Some of the safety devices should be used, and the switchboard, the position of switchboard, position of socket should be at a height of 1.5 meter from the ground level, so that small children are not able to touch the board. So next point is appearance. This is the very important point. Electrical wiring should give an aesthetic appeal to the interior wiring. So when we select cleat wiring, batten wiring, or surface conduit wiring system, the appearance is not good. If we go for concealed conduit system, the wall looks good. Next point is cost. The wiring system should be having minimum expenditure. Next, accessibility. The switches and plug points should be provided at a particular height so that easily they should be accessible. And then next point is mechanical safety. The wiring must be protected against any mechanical damage. Next point is maintenance cost. Maintenance cost must be minimum. Then we move to Code of practice for lighting installation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲೇಷನ್ ವೈರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. One is lighting circuit. That means the maximum load that can be connected to the each lighting subcircuit is about 800 watt or 10 points. 800 watt or 10 points. Every circuit should be provided with separate cutout in the distribution board, or it can be protected with the help of MCB. Either you can use fuse cutout or MCB. Next point is switches must be placed in the live wire only. That means switch should not be connected in neutral wire. It should be in the phase wire. All plugs and socket outlets are to be 3-pin type. Even in the lighting circuit, the ground pin, all sockets should have ground pin that will be earthed separately. Then switchboard, as I said earlier, the switchboard should be installed at a height of 1.5 meter above the floor level. The fixtures like lamps and ceiling fans are to be fixed at a height of 2.5 meter above the floor. It is for safety. The power RAH circuit must be drawn separately from the meter board. That means from the meter board, two main circuits runs. One is lighting circuit and the second is heating circuit. That means AH. So there should be separate circuit for heating circuit and lighting circuit. So if the load is more, the lighting circuit can be divided into sub-circuits. So each sub-circuit will have a control. That means with the help of MCB. Now if the load is greater than 5 kVA, ELCB, earth leakage circuit breaker, should be used. Usually in the domestic wiring, the load will be less, 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatt load will be there. So we take single phase supply. If it is more, we have to take 3-phase supply. So usually domestic wiring will have single phase supply for less load. The lighting circuit and power circuit should have separate earthing. The conductor used is to be of such a size that it may carry load current safely. So for this, for selecting the size of cable, we have to calculate the actual load current in that subcircuit. Then we have to multiply it by 2 times to select the size of cable. So that is the factor of safety. So factor of safety for selecting the size of cable is 2. That means you have to multiply the load current by 2 and you will get a load current value, one more load current value. For that, we have to select the size of cable. Every installation is to be properly protected near the point of entry of supply. That means there should be a fuse cutout. When total load of lighting exceeds 8 kVA, then three-phase supply is to be used. No socket outlet is to be provided in the bathroom at the height less than 1.3 meter, where there are chances of entering water. So that completes the first session. Now let us discuss one or two multiple choice questions. First one is dash wiring is recommended only for temporary installations. Dash wiring is recommended only for temporary installations. Options are pleat, CTS or TRS, metal, PVC conduit or PVC casing. The answer is pleat wiring. It is a temporary wiring. Second question is when cables are drawn through the conduit and terminated at the outlet or switch point, the system of wiring is called options conduit wiring, pleat wiring, pattern wiring, none of these. When cables are drawn through the conduit and terminated at the outlet or switch point, the system of wiring is called it is conduit wiring system. Okay. The third question is in cleat wiring, cleats shall be fixed at distances not greater than dash centimeter apart and at regular intervals. Options 50, 60, 65, 70. It is 60 centimeter or 600 mm. So distance between two plates is about 60 centimeter. These are the members responsible for creating this study material, PPT and video. Thank you.